Hey, what's up, everybody? You're truly back in space, back in the place once again. Mickey Smith Jr., Mr. Smith here. And if you're watching this, it's an exciting time. You've gotten to a place now where Tatiana the turtle is probably gone. Tatiana is our class mascot. She reminds us that things start slow, but they're going somewhere. And that really in this thing called music, we're doing more than being in band, we're building band. And when you talk about building a building, everybody knows that the first part of building a building doesn't look anything like a building. I mean, a lot of times it's bringing in dirt, it's laying concrete, it's boring stuff, right? But the thing is, if you don't do those things, if you don't let the concrete dry and settle and set, then you're not gonna have anything that's gonna last. If you try to build in wet concrete, first off, you're not gonna be able to build much, but what you do build won't last. And that's the same thing with band. So whether you're a student or whether you're one of our grown-ups, parents, grandparents that are watching this with us, understand that it just takes the time. And that this time, even though it doesn't look like music, is so important to the long-term success. So if you're watching this, I hope you got your first lesson sheet that you're looking at right now. We've talked about a few things up until this point. We've talked about the horn assembly, the horn carriage, and at the top of that sheet, you'll see that it reminds you to find a quiet, well-lit place to practice. Anybody that knows me knows that my first practice room was actually outdoors. We lived out in the country, so it was quiet and it was definitely well lit because I had to practice outdoors. So whether you're indoors or outdoors, find a place that's quiet and well lit and always sit correctly. You can stand like I'm standing today, but if you sit, we always like to say, in class, make sure you sit tall, let your shoulders fall. Make your shoulders meet in the back and put your feet down flat. On the sheet, it says always sit correctly, feet flat, fanny front. Why? Because you want to make sure that you're up for the task. Now, when we talk about the horn, whether it's a trumpet, a trombone, or a tuba, it all starts with the mouthpiece. And the cool thing about the brass instruments, which is what I just named, is that their mouthpieces are so different and dynamic. But there are certain things that are similar. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to lump them all into one. Basically, let's focus in on the trumpet and the trombone. When we take these mouthpieces and we play on them, I need you to understand that the sound starts from the mouthpiece. If you can get yourself or get your child into a habit of buzzing, which is what we call this, buzzing on the mouthpiece, then the horn becomes exponentially easier. I'm telling you right now. So when we do the mouthpiece, let's start with the trumpet. We're gonna think of just the mouthpiece alone. Take the mouthpiece out of the case, and I want you to think M, like you're saying the letter M with your mouth like this. And then once we do the letter M, you're gonna make sure that you put the mouthpiece at the center between the two teeth. And again, we don't wanna say M, okay, but for the sake of demonstration, let's say it together. M, M, just like that. But we won't say that when we play the mouthpiece. We'll just mimic that motion of M. Put the mouthpiece between the two lips. The lips are at the center of the mouthpiece, okay? And check yourself in a mirror. Put your phone on. Watch yourself on your phone. Whatever you got to do to see that reflection. And then I want you to buzz a low note for 4 counts and then rest for 4 counts. Now again, we did it in class where we went like that, but you don't want to be really tense. You just want to put the lips together like that. Putting your lips together and then putting your mouthpiece to the lips is going to create the buzz. You don't have to have a really tight face to do it. We just did that to get them started, right? So we'll do this for 4 counts, a low note. Then we rest for 4 counts. Then we rest for 4 counts. Then rest for 4 counts. I do that 4 times. And then let's buzz, and you see why we call it a buzz. It sounds like a bumblebee. Then we make that buzzing sound, the high sound, for 4 counts as well. Now, it doesn't matter exactly what sound you make, but that is a high buzzing sound. Keep the mouthpiece to your face, don't move it. And make sure we keep it to the face until we're finished. Get into that habit of, even in the rest, staying set. And then after we do that, I want you to do the low buzzing sound for 8 counts. And you would do that 8 times. Then watch this. If we do the same thing on the trombone, make the M sound. Do that for 4 counts. Try a low sound. 4 counts, low sound. And then try a high sound. Doesn't matter specifically what sound, just make it high. And just do that for 4 counts and then do the same thing for 8. When it comes to tuba, it's different. It's not M. I like to say it's pout and poo. So we pout and poo. It's real different. Big mouthpiece. And you do that for 4 counts. Then try to make a high one for 4 counts. It'll still sound low because it's a tuba. So regardless of what mouthpiece you play, okay, it's always going to be about the buzz. With the trumpet and trombone, the buzz starts with the letter M, face, corners in, flat chin. But remember, it's just blowing air that makes the buzz. But with the tuba, it's pout and poo. Pout and poo. And that makes that buzz. Do those exercises according to the duration that you see on your sheet. And then after that, do your breathing exercises. Sit tall, shoulders fall, meet in the back, feet flat. Breathe in, how? Breathe out, do. For the amount of time that they designate. And then finally, there's one at the bottom that says sizzling exercises. You breathe in, how? And you sizzle out. If you can develop that skill set, it doesn't sound like a song, but I'm telling you, if you develop that skill set, it's gonna make playing the instrument that much easier. Brass playing is all about the buzz and it's all about the breath. If you can get the buzz and the breath together, then you're gonna have a phenomenal brass player, whether you're trumpet, trombone, or tuba. Keep on going, guys.